My name is Yana, and I'm 38 years old. I'm a single mom of one adorable little girl, and I grew up in Israel, which is predominantly white Jewish. There are certain communities of Jews from other countries like Ethiopia and Russia and other places. I lived in Israel for 20 years, and growing up, I was always the only black person in school. So we moved to a city near Tel Aviv when I was about 9 or 10, and I remember I was the only black kid in school, and this is before high school, so I'm thinking like 7th or 8th grade, and there was a boy who, I always, I never knew that I was different until I was put into, a classroom full of white people, and then you're like, oh, wait, I don't look like them, and then you sort of realize what race is and that you are different from other people. There was a kid, and he was just really mean to me all the time. I would come home crying to my mom. I didn't want to go to school. He was a serious bully. One time I was sitting in a chair, and he got on, this is crazy, I was sitting in a chair, and he put his butt on top of my head and farted on me. That was only like one incident that was just horrific for me. I didn't realize why I was being treated this way. Things got a little better when I went into high school. I just think, younger kids, if they're not taught right or taught well, they can be kind of cruel to other kids that are different from them. So it really starts in the home with the parents and teaching their kids about, differences in different people, and just kind of making sure that they're around different people so that, they're not in their own little bubble as to their own race and their own kind. So in high school, I was just I didn't want to go through high school feeling the way that I did. I would go home crying every single day to my mom. So in high school, there was a girl, and she was pretty dark. She was a Yemen Jew, so just darker skin. She would lay out at the beach and put baby oil on herself to get really, really dark skin. One day I was walking past, and she called me nigger in Hebrew, which is kushit. So there's a version for a female and a version for a male, and the female version is kushit. And she called me this, looking at me, and her skin was darker than mine from a tan, because she laid out at the beach all day trying to get my skin color, but she had the nerve to call me a name based on my skin color that she was trying to achieve, which made no sense to me whatsoever. But I knew that if I was going to have like a good high school experience and not go crying home, from school every day, I had to put it into it. We got into it. I beat her. Like, I feel bad. I've only been in 2 fights my entire life. I'm 38. But I was so fed up. We got into it. I beat her up. I never had to deal with anything like that again throughout my entire high school career. That's how you deal with bullies. I don't condone violence or anything, but you have to let people know that you're not going to take anything from them. You're not going to tolerate them treating you wrong. You have to do something about it, because once you do, it's going to put an end to it. You have to stick up for yourself in any situations, especially when wrong is being wrong. And that was just kind of the main thing. And, there's been just issues here and there. I've been lucky to experience all kinds of cultures and people, which makes me very tolerant. Like, I don't judge. I think judging people is just wrong on all accounts. I don't judge people, based on anything. I just think it's wrong, especially based on someone's skin. It's like, what are they supposed to do about their skin color? Like, they can't do anything about that, So to make someone feel bad because of that, whether they're black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. It's just wrong all around. And as a new mom, I want to make sure that my daughter is able to be around other cultures so she can have those experiences and know that there are other people out there, that there just aren't people who look like her in the world. it's even worse when you get it from like your own kind, right? So this idea of, I had to deal with this a little bit, dark skinned black girl versus white, like light skinned black girl, right? That's a huge deal. Not so much today, thanks to women like Grace Jones, Lupita Nyong'o. It's like dark skinned black women are being seen for their beauty, but there's always been this sort of friction, especially like I think with older women, like women in my grandmother's generation. There was this idea that if you were lighter skinned, you were more attractive, or if you were darker skinned, you were this. And I think for us to have that amongst ourselves is even worse than someone from another ethnicity treating, you wrong. When it comes from your own people, I think that's when it hurts the most. So I just hope people can be just more enlightened and more open and accepting to just different. Different is cool. It's cool to be different. It's cool to have kinky hair. It's cool to have the color skin that's so beautiful that people are like scratching at tanning salons to get your skin. That's cool. It's cool to have like big full lips. It's cool to own who you are, first of all, and to love who you are, and to not let anyone ever make you feel bad about who you are, how you look, where you come from, how much money you got, what kind of car you drive, who your friends are, who you're married to, Luckily, interracial relationships are becoming more and more prevalent, that one day you will not be able to tell who is who. That's my tea.